Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? Welcome back to True Gunners TV. We're back again with a bit more transfer news. Of course, we found out tonight that Balogun is leaving Arsenal. There has been an official bid placed by Monaco and accepted by Arsenal. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. And of course, the other breaking news is that Kieran Tierney has also left Arsenal as well, or will be leaving Arsenal, should I say. And to be honest, it is a disgrace, guys, when you look at these two deals. And we're going to delve into them in just a second. People that are tuning in, make sure you're slapping up that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. And of course, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video on the channel as well. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I was trying to sort out a few technical issues. As you can see, my hair is floating for some reason tonight. I don't know what's up with the green screen and the lighting in the background, but you're just going to have to put up with my floating hair for at least the next 20 minutes to half an hour or so. So let's talk about this. Kieran Tierney, let's start with that one, because this one, to me, is an absolute disgrace. A disgraceful deal by Arsenal. We all knew that Kieran Tierney, it was inevitable that he was going to be leaving the football club this summer. But he's going to Real Sociedad on loan. Arsenal have brokered a deal with Real Sociedad to take Kieran Tierney on loan. Why are we loaning this guy out? If you're going to sell Kieran Tierney, at least get some money in for Kieran Tierney and reinvest it into the squad. At the very, very least. Let's be honest, this guy shouldn't be leaving the football club anyway. Yeah? With our lack of defensive reinforcements, as it is with during Timber's injury, we shouldn't be allowing Kieran Tierney to leave the football club full stop. And what we've done is we've gone, it's okay. You can take him out on loan. Yeah? We'll get a little loan fee. You can pay his wages for the season. But there's no obligation to buy. Yeah? There's none of that. So if you decide you don't want him or you can't afford him, he's coming back to Arsenal anyway. Make that one make sense, guys, please. Because, like I said, Urian Timber is out injured. He's going to be out long term, probably for the full season. So even with Kieran Tierney in the squad, that leaves us with the same amount of defensive options as last season. And that was a big problem towards the end of last season because we didn't have enough defensive cover when William Saliba was out injured, and it cost us big time because in the last 8 games, we conceded far too many goals. That is the be-all and end-all as to why Arsenal lost the league last season. So Timber goes out injured, out for the season by the looks of it. And we're going, here, mate, you can have arguably our best left back at the football club on loan. And all you've got to do is pay us a little teeny fee, pay his wages for the season. Don't bother including a buy option or anything like that, or an obligation, yeah? Because if it don't work out, we'll have him back and we'll try again next summer. Fucking idiots, mate. Edu Gaspar is a fool, yeah? And I keep saying it about this guy, and people will credit him with the business that Arsenal have done so far this summer with the contract renewals and the players we brought in. The fact and reality is this guy couldn't sell a sofa to DFS. Yeah? This guy couldn't sell crack to a crackhead. That is how poor this guy is when it comes to selling players. And I didn't want Kieran Tierney sold. I didn't want Kieran Tierney leaving Arsenal anyway. But if you're going to do it, at least get a fucking fee for him. Yeah? Newcastle were probably willing to pay about £30 million for Kieran Tierney. That is a better deal, although I don't want to see him at Newcastle either, than allowing him to leave on loan to Real Sociedad for a season that does absolutely nothing for us apart from weaken the squad. Make that fucking make sense, guys. Like, seriously. And there'll be people in the comments right now, or there'll be people watching this right now going, oh, it doesn't matter. We've got Zinchenko. We've got Tomiyasu. Yeah, guess what? They're both fucking injury prone. Guess what? They can't stay fit for any more than 10 games. So what does that leave us with? Kivior. Seriously. And we're going for a league title this season. You mad? Are you mad? Kieran Tierney should be part of this squad. Now, I don't know what he has done that is so wrong that this manager has decided, nah, you're not good enough no more. You know, it doesn't matter that you won league titles over at Celtic. It doesn't matter that when you came into Arsenal, you was actually arguably one of our better players and one of our better signings, right? But because I want to do all this inverted crap, right? And I can't ever play with a traditional left back and right back in my squad because I've got to have players that invert into the midfield. Yeah. Because there's not going to be games this season where, I need a traditional left back, right back that can go up and down the pitch, Not at all. Watch, right? When we go into Champions League and we come up against a team like Real Madrid and we start playing this inverted crap, I guarantee you, everyone here right now, we get fucked. Vinicius Jr. up against Zinchenko, up against Thomas Partey or whoever it is we play on that right-hand side to invert in the midfield, will destroy us. Destroy us. You need to have different options that can do different things so you can change it up. But Mikel Arteta is obsessed with trying to be Pep Guardiola. Well, guess what? Good luck to him, because as well as the Kai Havertz thing, he's going to die on this sword again this season as well. I fancy loaning Kieran Tierney to ridiculous, guys. And look, this is the report just to prove to you lot that I am, being deadly serious here. The guys that haven't seen the news yet, right? This is what was reported earlier by David Ornstein. Real Sociedad close to agreement with Arsenal to sign Kieran Tierney on loan. No buy option, but AFC will get a fee plus full wages paid. If all goes to plan, left back will travel for medical over the weekend. The 26-year-old wanted Sociedad because he can get regular games and play in the Champions League. Disgraceful. Utter disgrace by Edu and Arsenal yet again. And like I say, there'll be fans there going, oh, it's okay, it doesn't matter. I tell you now, we best be going in the market, and we've got 5-6 days left to address this. And if we don't, you're all getting a short, sharp shock this season, because we are simply not good enough, and we do not have the depth in defence to compete on multiple fronts this season. I said it, Lee said it, multiple Arsenal fans that are real have said it. And if you honestly sit there and believe that we can do this with this squad, good luck to you. And come back and see me at the end of the season, because I am telling you now, we ain't winning anything with the cover that we've got right now. We're playing Thomas Partey at right back, for fuck's sake. One of the best defensive midfielders in the league. And Arsenal fans all over the world said that last season. All over the world. They was comparing Partey to Casemiro. Which one's better? Which one? Because we all know that Rodri's, arguably the best defensive midfielder in the league. But then who's the second best? Is it Partey? Is it Casemiro? Doesn't really matter now, does it? Because we're playing him at right back. Get out of here, seriously. And then the second deal, right? The Balogun one. I'm not too disappointed in the whole Balogun thing. Personally, another player that I would be keeping, yeah? Better than Eddie Nketiah. Well, we think he's better than Eddie Nketiah. We don't know that for sure, but we're guessing, going off of based of what we've seen of Balogun, which is very, very minimal so far, right? But what we do know is he had a good season out in France. His stock is high at the moment. He's on a hype, and there's a lot of clubs that are in the market for a striker this summer, and the strikers market is absolute dog shit. Let's be honest, right? There isn't really a striker out there that stands out right now where you can say, yeah, this is the guy that is going to change my team and he's going to score 20 plus goals a season and guarantee you that. The prime example being Manchester United spending £72 million on Højlund, who scored 11 goals in the Italian league all season last season, right? Good luck to them as well, because they'll probably die on that sword and all, because this guy, let's be honest, is not that great by the sounds of it, and they spent a massive fee on him. So, bearing all of that in mind, we've got a striker here in Balogun who's just had come off the back of a very good season over in France. He's confident, he's on a high, and there's a lot of hype surrounding him. So you would have thought we'd give him an opportunity, at least give him an opportunity in pre-season, if not in the league, just to see what this guy is all about. This fucking manager, this twat behind me, gave him 10 minutes in the first game of pre-season, and then we didn't see the guy again. And now he's leaving the football club for £40 million, which, by the way, is a record sale fee for Arsenal. Imagine that. In all these years, and over all these years, we've had players like Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil, Arshavin Nasri, players like this. And we have never, ever received a sales fee any higher than £40 million. That is a disgrace at Arsenal Football Club. A disgrace that we have never, ever sold a player for any more than £40 million. And look, for the fee, for the player, it's a reasonable fee. In this market, £40 million is probably about right for what you should get for a player like Folarin Balogun. Young, up and coming, talented guy, but wants first team football and he wants a permanent move. So £40 million based off of what he did last season is decent business. I ain't going to deny that. It's decent business. But here's the other sticking point, guys. This is what has been reported on multiple different reports coming out of the media. So this is the breakdown of the Balogun deal. The move to Monaco for Folarin Balogun should be finalised over the coming weekend. It's 47 million euros plus 5 million euros in add-ons, so 52 million euros, record Arsenal sale. Arsenal will receive a 20% sell-on fee. So if Monaco decide to sell Balogun at any point, we will receive 20% of the fee. Sounds good. Sounds great. Arsenal look like they've actually brokered a decent deal here. Then you get to this bit. There's no buyback clause for Arsenal, however. No buyback clause. So Arsenal have gone into this. They've said, look, we'll take 20% of the fee that you sell him for. Yeah, that's no problem. We don't want a buyback clause, though. Yeah, we don't want a certain amount to be able to buy him back. How stupid is that? Because like I said, he's an up-and-coming talent. He scored goals last season. If he goes out and absolutely tears it up at Monaco, gets a big move elsewhere, let's just say, I don't know, PSG, Barcelona, or even comes back to the Premier League, and in, say, a couple of years' time, this guy is then valued at 100, 120 million pounds, like you're seeing some of these strikers going for now, right? And we all of a sudden decide we want to sign him back, then we're going to have to pay a premium. So surely you should be including a buyback clause or a buyback option where we get first refusal, right? We did that with Cesc Fabregas when we sold him to Barcelona. We had first refusal on Cesc Fabregas if Barcelona decided they wanted to sell him. Arsenal decided not to use that buyback option, and that's why he went to Chelsea. That is a sensible thing to do. Or you agree a fee with Monaco and say, look, you can take him, forget the 20% sell-on clause. We'll make it 10%, but we want a buyback option. We want an option to buy him back if you decide to sell him, and we want to be able to buy him at this fee and make it a reasonable fee. Could be 50 million, could be 40 million, could be whatever it is. Arsenal should be negotiating something like that for a player who is young, up and coming, and had a good season last season. So the fact that we haven't done that just proves how poor we are in negotiations. Now, apparently Balogun will sign a 140k euro per week contract for 4 years with significant bonuses. So he's going to be on roughly £120,000 per week at Monaco. And that's great for him. You know, it's going to be a great move for him. He'll actually get, some game time. He knows the French league now. He's been out there. He's played there. He did very well at Reims. Monaco are a lot better of a team than Reims. So he should do even better over there. And it's going to be interesting to see how Balogun gets on over in France. But I had to do an emergency stream tonight, guys, because the one that got me the most was the Kieran Tierney one. How are you letting this player leave on fucking loan? On loan. When you have limited defensive options as it is. And even if you called out the options, right? Who have we got to come in if William Saliba gets injured? Who? Kivior. Okay. So who have we got to come into left back if Zinchenko inevitably gets injured like he always does? Oh, Tomiyasu. Okay, what about if Tomiyasu gets injured like he always does? Oh, I don't know. What, we're going to play Declan Rice at left back or Thomas Partey at left back? Like, what are we doing? We're supposed to be competing for a league title. Kieran Tierney, like it or lump it, Arsenal fans, he is one of the best left backs in the business. And when I say left backs, I mean traditional left back, up, down the pitch, can defend, can do all of that. All this inverted thing and stuff isn't Kieran Tierney, right? Because he is a traditional left back, up and down the pitch, just like Kieran Trippier, right? Kieran Trippier couldn't do the inverted role like what Arsenal are trying to do because he is a traditional right back, up and down the line, up and down the pitch, You don't have to have this inverted stuff all the time. And it's a disgrace the way that Kieran Tierney has been treated at Arsenal. And I'm telling you, this manager, he's going to die on this sword. I'm telling you now. But yeah, I'm going to get into a few of your comments, guys, because I'm seething again. This football club, it just makes me angry at times. It really does. Brandon, big up Tierney, left out in training today. All the best for him in Spain with Real Sociedad. The way he has been treated is nothing short of disgrace. That's right. Good evening, Niall. How are we doing? Been a lot of outgoings. Thoughts on Tierney to Celtic rumours and Balogun having a fee. Agreed. Tierney's not going Celtic, bro. Tierney's going to Real Sociedad, and good luck to him. Good luck to him. I hope he does well. Happy birthday, Vic Akers, an unrivaled record of 32 major trophies over 22 years with the women's Arsenal team. Yeah, happy birthday to her. I think it's her. I don't really know. Arsenal, spot on about Tierney. Good luck to the fellow. Deserves a manager that will respect him. When he's gone, we won't have one proper left back at the club. Exactly. I'm telling you, we're in trouble this season if we do not go out and address this in the next 5 to 6 days. And we still need some form of attacking option. We do. We need to go out in the next 5 days and sign a minimum of 2 players. Otherwise, all your title hopes, all your Champions League hopes and that, forget it. It's not going to happen. Simple as. I'm hearing the move to Monaco for Balogun should be finalised out over the weekend. Yes, that is right. That is right, bro. That is right. Thoughts on Arsenal missing out on Kudus to West Ham? Just another target, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know a lot about Mohamed Kudus. I see him in the World Cup and that's about it. I don't watch Dutch League football. I won't sit here and lie and say that I do. But when you look at the attacking options that are out there right now for the fee that we're going to be looking at spending, there ain't many. So it's another option that Arsenal have now lost out on. And, you know, all this fucking about in the transfer window has started again. It's like all of a sudden, because we got Declan Rice, it's like everything's all fine and dandy now. It's not. We've still got areas to address. End of. Don't care what anyone says. Big up, Ali. How are we doing? Big up, Footy Chats as well. As always, Tierney leaving is a disgrace. He's been bullied. It's like Donny at Man United. Very similar, bro. Guaranteed we won't put a buyback in Balogun's contract either. We haven't, bro. We haven't. Does this mean that Arsenal will sign players between now and leading up to transfer deadline day? I fucking hope so, Niall, because if we don't, like I said, we're in trouble this season. We are so stupid to let KT go on loan when we could have just given him another season. Edu and them lot better have a replacement in, because if they don't, I don't want to hear any excuses. Exactly. And we'll probably will hear excuses because that's what happens at Arsenal. But like I said, a lot of fans are on the hype train at the moment. You know, it doesn't matter. It's only Kieran Tierney. Let him go. Yeah. I haven't seen anybody calling this out as of yet. I see Troops post like questioning why are we letting Kieran Tierney go on loan, right? But apart from that, nobody has blinked at this. Everybody's like, oh, well, let him go. It's all good. It's all fine. No, it's bollocks. It's absolute rubbish. And this stinks of Arsenal being poor in the transfer market when it comes to negotiating sales again. It's ridiculous. Like I said, if you're going to let him go, at least get some money for him. Letting him go on loan. What the... mate, this football club at times is just ridiculous. Big up yourself, Kev. Brandon, I have seen that Celtic are favourites to sign Tierney. Don't know if there's any truth in that rumour. No, I don't think there is, bro. Normally when David Ornstein tweets something out, it's normally pretty close or very much legit. So we'll see what happens from there. Is there going to be a watch along for Fulham on Saturday? I will try, bro. I will try. It all depends on my kids, bro, because like I say, I've got 3 kids that run around the house and trying to do watch-alongs and this, that, and the other, YouTube, all at the same time. I kind of have to time it right. Do you know what I mean? So that's why you see me streaming mostly like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night is because my kids are in bed. So I'll try, bro. I'll try. I did a watch along for the Nottingham Forest game. So if I can, I will do. If I can, I will do. Niall says, is there a Fulham preview and match reaction and fan cams? Yes. So there will be a Fulham preview coming out on the channel tomorrow. Match reaction, you know the story, guys. I'll be jumping on the terrace. Then I'll be doing my match fan cam with Lee Gunner over on his channel. And then, of course, later on, I'll be doing the match reaction on here. I am going to try and set up some fan cams as well. I have asked a few people that I know to maybe jump on and do a few, fan cams just to give you guys a different kind of voice and different opinions to listen to and to watch. But I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to sort of set that up because obviously they have their own stuff to do as well. But, we'll sort out fan cams for you guys as well and stuff like that. But that'll probably be, a little bit later on in the season when I've got a bit more time to set all of that up. And then we'll get that sorted. Just as says Arteta, not the one. Can't wait till he is gone. That rhymed there, bro. Monaco agree £40 million fee for Balogun. Yes, they did, Kev. Nothing surprises me at this club anymore, Brandon. They have their favourites, the Arsenal family, and treat others like crap, i.e. Tierney, Pepe, Guendouzi, etc. Yeah, what can I say? We are sending on loan with no option to buy. What's the point of that exactly? Tomiyasu is injury prone, never a left back and far too slow for a left back. Better wingers, attackers, or even in the Champions League will roast him and we'll see that as a weakness. Exactly. Like, what are Arsenal doing? Seriously. Sending Kieran Tierney on loan for a season. I don't see a point in that. I've got a bit of a sore throat tonight. Sorry. Breaking news, Arteta has signed a dog called Inverted. Yeah, inverted win, inverted bullshit. That's what you should call it. Cedric should have been the one to be going from this team. For Kieran Tierney to be leaving for him, it's a sackable offence. This is the thing, right? We've got so many Deadwood players still at the football club. Yet, for some reason, Kieran Tierney and Folarin Balogun are the first two out the door. Make that make sense, guys. Come on. Like, seriously. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Breaking news, Edu and Arteta have signed a cat and calling it a disgrace for the way Tierney getting treated. Arteta effed it up even before the season started. At least we played some good football last season. This Havertz situation takes away the little joy I had watching Arsenal, sending away Tierney now. And then he follows up with Arteta out. Who else we got in here? We got P in here. It says, big up, lads. Big up yourself, P. Will says, the manager has taken a look and knows it's not a profile he'd need to buy back. What do you mean, bro? We need defensive options. Kivior, yeah. Kivior, great. Kivior, do you know what I mean? Kivior, Tomiyasu, and Saka at left back. Watch it, people. I tell you, if you play Saka at left back, Jesus Christ, what are we doing? KT doesn't fit our system anymore. It happens. Yeah, and again, I understand. That's fine. That's not a problem. But bring in a fucking replacement. Get some money for him, bro. Like, come on. You can't be that fickle. Shit. Like, seriously, come on. Yeah, because I guarantee you right now, yeah, you'll be one of the first people in here complaining when it all falls apart at the end of the season or midway through the season. Because right now, as things stand, you cannot seriously tell me that you're happy with the the defensive options that we currently have at the football club, because they didn't win us the league last season when they should have done. I've told people this time and time again, we are literally one William Saliba injury away from a crisis again. That is one situation that should have been addressed at Arsenal and been a priority at Arsenal in this window. And okay, we signed Timber. He got injured. It's unlucky, right? But we still got time to address that. And if we don't, we are not that fucking serious, my friend. KT may have asked to leave. Again, if can you blame the guy? Can you blame the guy? He's getting told by this manager that you cannot play at left back in my system. In fact, I'm not even going to play you at left back anymore. I'm going to put Kivior, who we signed when we signed him, was a left-sided centre-back, but we're now retraining him as a left-back. So we're going to put him in ahead of you. We're going to put Tomiyasu, who's actually a right-back or a centre-back, in ahead of you. Of course he's going to ask to leave. Do you know what I mean? The guy has been disrespected. I don't care what anybody says. Your Tomiyasu got a red card during the Palace game. Not sure if he's suspended for the Arsenal. Look, I don't know, because I don't know if Arsenal have requested that red card get rescinded, because let's be honest, it should be, because McAllister's red card was for Liverpool and Tomiyasu's one was an absolute disgrace, let's be honest. But then saying that again, I don't know if Arsenal can rescind it, because it wasn't a straight red card. It was 2 bookable offences. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that... he probably will be suspended, to be honest with you, bro. He probably will. Suspended for the Fulham match. See, there you go. I just can't understand how he can send Tierney on loan just after Timber got injured. It's comedy stuff. Exactly, it's comedy. It really is comedy. Lowell, don't get attached. There's always another player. That's fine, as long as there is another player, bro. Because if there isn't, mark my words, Arsenal are in big trouble this season. Simple as. Diego says, evening, Steve. Big up yourself. Need to get Lee on your channel, bro. He's real talk. Yeah, we're working on it. I can't say too much, but we're working on it. Another Havertz. No, I don't want another Havertz. British says, we must have a plan. I think questioning this is too far premature. You say too far premature. We've got 6 days left of the window. We still need an attacking option. That is just, non-negotiable for Arsenal. We need another attacking option. Arsenal are even looking at attacking options because they know they need another attacking option. But our biggest problem is our defence. If it was up to me, I'd be going out there and signing 2 defenders just to give us that extra cover. Because as of right now, we have less defensive options than we had last season. Yeah? Less. And the players that we have as our defensive options are the same players we had last season that let us down at the end of the season when we needed to pick up points. We was 8 points clear, 8 games to go. Yeah, we ain't got time to be fannying around this season. We ain't. We're coming up against a treble-winning Manchester City side, and expectations are high for Arsenal this season. And I'm telling you now, this football club isn't moving in the right direction unless we address the things we need to address in the next 6 days. I actually don't think Tierney has put in great performances. They must have a plan to replace him with someone who they think fits the system. And again, I am not in disagreement with you. Yeah. I don't think Tierney's had any really standout performances at Arsenal, but it coincides with when the manager came in as to when Kieran Tierney's form dipped. And that is purely and simply down to the system the manager wants to play, and he doesn't fit it, and that's fine, whatever, right? But we've got to replace him. If we do not replace him, we're in trouble. I'm telling you, we're in trouble. When he goes, we'll get someone else. Don't get attached to players. Well, I hope you're right, my friend, because if you're not, I'm telling you, and you can all come back to this stream. And I don't care if I'm right or if I'm wrong, right? I couldn't care less. All I care about is this club and doing what is required this season, right? If that means I'm wrong and they go out and replace him and they get a proper replacement in and we go on and we, compete like we should do this season, then I'll sit here and go, cool. But so far, I haven't seen anything from the manager, from Edu, to tell me that they are competent enough to get Arsenal to winning major honours. We bottled top 4 2 seasons ago. We bottled the league last season, right? So nothing tells me that these two guys can get us over the line, especially not Edu. Anybody who sits there and goes, yeah, but he brought Declan Rice. We paid £105 million for Declan Rice. If anything, we paid maybe a little bit too over the odds for Declan Rice. And if you listen to Declan Rice in his interviews, in actual fact, the reason why he joined Arsenal didn't have anything to do with Edu at all. It had everything to do with Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta was the one, you listen to Declan Rice in interviews, it's Mikel Arteta that convinced him to come and join Arsenal. It was Mikel Arteta that wanted Kai Havertz. So what? Are we going to credit Edu with the signings of Timber and David Raya? Because even then, I'm pretty certain that David Raya would probably credit the manager. Do you know what I mean? So Edu is useless, guys. He's useless. And the longer this goes on, the more cracks will appear when it comes to Edu. I'm telling you. This club is disgraceful. How can we let Kieran Tierney go on loan? It's the loan thing, bro. It's the loan thing. If we'd have sold him and we'd got £30 million in to reinvest in the squad, fine. Whatever. No problem. For me personally, I wouldn't be selling him, right? But if that is the choice that Arteta and Arsenal have made and Kieran Tierney wants to leave, at least get some money for him. And we are letting this guy go on loan. Like, seriously. It's a disgrace. It's always City that is always one injury away from not winning the league. Okay. Brandon, hello, mate. Big up yourself, Taib. Not sure Arsenal will buy anyone long after the money they've already spent. This is the thing. We had to bring in David Raya on loan because of FFP. So, how much of this money is actually going to go on signing new players, or is it just going to be to balance the books? This is the problem. Big up yourself, Zafaguna. It says, good show. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the super chat, my friend. Thank you for that. And big up yourself. Fair points. You are questioning, though. Appreciate your view. Big up yourself, my friend. Beam, good stream. They will be good after post-Arsenal games. Definitely they will. Win, lose, or draw, to be fair. This is going to backfire, says CK Gaming. Yeah, I think it will backfire as well, but that's only my opinion. We may be wrong, mate. We may be wrong, but based off of what I've seen before, I can only go off what I've seen before, and the history of the Arsenal. I'm good, Steve. How are you? I'm good, Taib. How do you see Arsenal Fulham going? Look, I'm not going to talk about Arsenal Fulham because obviously my match preview will be coming out tomorrow. So you'll be getting my thoughts on Arsenal Fulham then, my score predictions and all of that. So make sure you're tuning in for that, guys. That will be dropping around about 8:30 tomorrow evening. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. And yeah, that's about all I can say on this matter. Like I say, to me, this whole Kieran Tierney thing, the no buyback clause in Balogun's selling is an absolute disgrace to me. It really is. It really is an absolute disgrace and very, very poor way of doing business by Arsenal. £40 million for Balogun, good deal. Yeah, great, fine, whatever. Again, like I said, for me, I think we should be keeping him. I think I don't know whether you can say he's better than Eddie Nketiah because we haven't seen too much of Balogun. But what you can point to is the season that he had last season. And in this pre-season, this manager should have been giving him opportunities, and he didn't. Now, maybe that's down to the fact that we knew he was going to be leaving, or he said he wanted to leave, whatever it may be, right? But the point is, you want to keep your best players at the football club. And if you can't keep them at the football club, at least get a decent fee for them when you sell them. Now, £40 million for Balogun is good business by Arsenal, but we should be putting a buyback clause in that. And Kieran Tierney on loan, that's just a disgrace. I'm going to make this the last comment I read out before I get out of here, guys. Make sure you're slapping the likes, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, share the content around as well. That'd be really, really appreciated and would really help out the channel as well. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell as well so you never miss a video on the channel. There's going to be plenty more content coming out for you guys. We need to sell players quick if we're going to buy. I can only see one defender coming in, if I'm honest. To me, we need another striker, desperate, and a CM and a backup for Saka before we kill him. This is it. This is the other thing as well. Let the man get the team he wants. That's fine. Let him get the team he wants. I'm happy for him to go out and do what he wants, but I will call his bullshit out as well. And look, my friend, if he fails this season, there's no more excuses. There's no more time for him. There's no more any of that. Yeah. 4 years into a job, he competed for a league title last season. He should be doing the same again, if not better this season. Going far in the Champions League, doing all of that with £700 million spent. You've given yourself, you wanted Kai Havertz. That's fine. You die on that sword, bro. Yeah. You wanted to kick Kieran Tierney out of the club, or Kieran Tierney wanted to leave because of the way he's been treated by you. That's fine. You die by that sword. But I am not moving my standards around this football club for nobody this season. And I don't care what anybody says. They can make all the excuses they like. Yeah. It ain't going to wash with me this season. And I'm going to end it on that, guys. And listen, like I said, 8:30 tomorrow. Make sure you're here for the Arsenal Fulham preview. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Big up yourselves. I'm out of here.